Jai Hind. India has taken a very bold step and made it absolutely amply clear that India is not going to send any peacekeeping mission or troops or any peacekeeping force in which is not UN mandated. It has to be under the UN Charter. Then only India is going to participate in that, and in India is going to contribute. This has been cleared by both MEA and also by MOD. See, what is happening, especially in transatlantic area and West Asia, there are a lot of peace talks are going on. In transatlantic area, when we say, with the NATO, with, Ukraine, with Russia, there are talks about peace. There are many formats which is coming. Everyone wants to have a contribution, want to participate. Complete Europe is very, very, keen to join, especially NATO. They want to join in a big way. But I think the Russia is not taking on. Russia, there are talks that, between Russia and Ukraine, and if they're agreed and with Americans, it might be, if agreed upon, like-minded from both the countries, a peacekeeping force can be there in the buffer zone. But India has made it clear that India is not going to participate. India is the most favorite nation, both in Ukraine and also in Russia. Second place is when you talk about the West Asia, there also, in Gaza area, there are a lot of talks, peace talks are there. Ultimatum has come, 20-point program has been given to Hamas to accept, and thereafter there will be some sort of administration which will come up under the former UK Prime Minister Tony Blair. And that also there is some peacekeeping, keeping is likely to be there, in which basically from Arab world, maybe from Persian world, there are some troop can be contributed. But India has made it clear that India is not going to join if it is not the UN. India is also very favorite with the Israelis. Israelis will like to have the Indian troops over there. Why Indian troops? Even I have been there as in the UN as a team leader in Liberia and in United Nations headquarters. In the last 75 years, 50 United Nations mission has been there, and 290,000 Indian troops have participated, and they have 182 has laid down their life, supreme sacrifice they have given for keeping the peacekeeping and peace enforcement in the world. As on today, we have got 5,000 troops all around the globe in 9 missions, and they are doing wonderful job, and everyone wants India to be there. One more thing which is coming up very, very interesting, on 14 to 16, United Nations, contributing countries chief conclave. This is, is going to take place in India. 30, nations have been participated where, they have been invited to speak, and they are basically from global south. Pakistan and China has not been called for it. And India is taking this lead, where a lot of reforms, a lot of, brainstorming be done, how it can be made more effective, how it can be more effective, how it can be made more meaningful to keep the role of peacekeeping, peace enforcement, military observers, that is MILOBs duty when they are gone. So I think that's a 3 days conclave. I think will be a very, very important part where 30 chiefs, maybe the senior officers from these countries will come and contribute what is their experience, and what it is a more or less a binding factor. It becomes a binding factor. I have been there as a team leader. When you operate in an international environment, and we operate with nation forces, there is a bonhomie that brings actually a peace to that area, not only that particular mission, but willy-nilly it contributes toward the peace. That is what the aim is. So India is taking the lead. India is making it very, very clear that India is not going to participate in any bloc which which is being pushed by various warring parties, and especially the people who matters, who are taking decision, who are having the proxies in this area. They all want to contribute that way. So it's very going to a very, very interesting part, and a very bold and clear decision by India that India is not going to participate if it is not UN mandated. Jai Hind.